So I just got back from viewing Spider-Man, well, The Amazing Spider-Man, and I went in thinking that it would be, well, it wouldn't be as bad as everyone says it would be, since everyone says that about reboots. And I'll admit I got more than I expected. Though there are a few things that I don't like about this movie and some I do like. But most of the pros outweigh the cons in this. Like the casting, I thought pretty much everyone did a good job. Though Andrew Garfield, I kind of didn't like his version of Peter Parker that much. I kind of found him not really annoying, but just bothersome. And Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, I think she did a great job. Um, Along with pretty much everyone, like I said before. Some of the problems I had with this movie were mainly the lizard. I liked how they were going with him, but I wish they gave him a more crocodile look, kind of like you see in this picture. I didn't expect him to just have a flat face. And, well, I am happy about this one thing. I thought for sure they would leave this out. And this isn't spoilers, by the way, so don't worry about that. There's a scene where the lizard the lizard is going to do his big master plan, and he's entering the building he's going to do it in, and he's still wearing a lab coat, just like the way the lizard in the comics usually is. And he did it earlier in the movie too, and he was crawling through a high school bathroom, but that's different. um Spider-Man himself, I like the way they did it. I honestly kind of prefer this one over Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, though I do prefer his Peter Parker a little bit more, but not that much. It's barely I barely prefer it over Andrew Garfield's. Um, all right, now this is a spoiler. Well, actually no, considering that everyone knows Uncle Ben is gonna die. I'm gonna say I liked how they did it in this one, as opposed to the other one. In the Sam Raimi one, he dies off screen. But in this one, he actually dies in front of you and in front of Peter. Um, and it just shows more emotion, I guess. And one thing I'm really, really, really disappointed in is they don't give the "with great power comes great responsibility" speech. Sure, before Uncle Ben dies, he does give a speech about responsibility, but just just about saying you do what's right, it makes you responsible, something along those lines. Not with great power comes great responsibility. And I kind of wish they would go back to the comics origin of Spider-Man with the radioactive spider, but I do see how everyone thinks that's too far-fetched these days and that genetic manipulation is more believable. And I suppose that if if little kids did see a radioactive spider given powers, they're going to try and get their own radioactive spider, which would probably be easier than getting some genetic, some genetic manipulated spider. Um, well, at least for this one, I'm looking forward to what happens in the future. And this one I'm about to say is kind of a spoiler. At the end of the movie, of course, after the first half of the credits, like every superhero movie, they put Kurt Connors in jail, and there's this strange man that's asking if Connors told Peter Parker about his parents. I know a lot of Spider-Man's villains, but I can't seem to place who that might be. I'm I'm thinking it might be Mysterio because the villain just kind of disappears, well appears and disappears, and since Mysterio is the master of illusion, it could be him. I'm also thinking it could be um, Kurt Connor's psyche because throughout the well not throughout the movie, but after his first transformation as the lizard, he starts having two personalities, one of the lizard and one of him. So that could be just um, mental image. Um, some people I heard in the theater say it was probably Norman Osborn, and though he is mentioned in the movie, I doubt they're really gonna do anything with him because it would be kind of stupid if they decide to include the Green Goblin in any of the other movies. At at best, they're just gonna do the Hobgoblin. And I also thought this could be the Crime Master. Him, I don't know too much about, but from what I have seen, he looks a lot like this guy. And perhaps my most weirdest idea of this would probably be a member of the Zodiac. And for those of you who don't know who the Zodiac are, they're just a criminal organization based off the Zodiac. And the reason I think it's them is because, alright, I've played the game um, of the movie, which takes place after the movie. And I already beat it, by the way, so yeah. And in the game, they show that they're still doing this cross species thing that they do in the movie where they put animal DNA in humans and it becomes, well, cross species. Though in the game it says, it puts it a little differently. But I'll get to stuff about the game probably in the next video. So yeah, I'm thinking it could be the Zodiac using animal powers, but that's probably just too much of a stupid idea. Well, anyway, I if I could rate this movie, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's not really a necessary reboot, but it is a pretty good reboot, in my opinion. So I say you should see it for those of you who haven't. Well, hope you can see me in the next video.